Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in today's session we will be discussing about the conversions of haloalkane haloarene. So we'll try to cover all the conversions which are possible on this. So please watch the video till the end, and by the end of this session you will be able to do the conversions very effectively and confidently. And the most important thing about the conversions is that it will give you more confidence, in organic chemistry, and that is very much required, and that you can gain only when you practice organic chemistry. That is the main mantra I keep telling you all about organic, right? So the first one, ethanol to butane. Ethanol. First you write down what is to be converted. We have to convert ethanol, right? And this we have to convert to but, means we need to double the number of carbon atom. We need to increase the number of the carbon atom. So you need to think logically. Before practicing conversions, make sure you have watched all the videos which I have posted on haloalkane and haloarene. If you have not done, then you will find conversions little difficult. If you have done them thoroughly, then it will be very, very easy. So first what you do is, we need to include chlorine in it. That means we will react this ethanol with thionyl chloride. And whenever we use thionyl chloride, we have to use pyridine, because HCl is released, which is to be neutralized by base pyridine. So you will have here SO2 and HCl release. Okay, so what you will get is ethyl chloride. So first what you are getting is ethyl chloride, right? Now this ethyl chloride, 2 carbon atoms are there. We want to increase the number of the carbon atoms to 4 now. So what we will do is, we can react this with ethine. So what we can do, basically ethine ka sodium salt we are taking. So this CH Na I have taken. It is a sodium salt of ethine. Sodium acetylide basically we are taking. This reaction, if you remember, we have done in nucleophilic substitution reactions. So this is sodium acetylide. Okay, nucleophilic substitution reaction, where CH triple bond C minus is a nucleophile and Na plus is released. So this will be attacking here. This is treated with Cl, CH2, CH3. That means this ethyl chloride only I have written reverse. So what will happen here? This part will come out as NaCl. Ethyl chloride is undergoing nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this nucleophile is substituting this Cl. So what is left over now? You are getting CH triple bond C. Then you have here CH2 and CH3. That is what we were looking for. Butane. So we got butane. Okay. Next one. Ethane to bromoethane. Bromoethene. Ethane. So we will write down this. Carbon atoms are not increasing. We want to decrease the carbon atom. Right? So bromine is also there. So what we will do is, first you will carry out its reaction with the bromine. Whenever alkane reaction is there with bromine, it is always in the presence of sunlight. It is free radical substitution reaction. So one of the H will be replaced. Actually, if you use excess of bromine, then all will be replaced. But we are restricting to 1 Br. So you will have this here. Right, bromoethane is formed. It is ethane as of now, not ethene. Right. So what you will do in the next step? That bromoethane which is obtained here, you will treat with alcoholic KOH. What is the function of alcoholic KOH? It is a good dehydrohalogenating agent. It is a good dehydrohalogenating agent. Means it will remove this halogen and hydrogen from here. Halogen from alpha carbon, hydrogen from beta carbon. So when it is removing, what you will get is ethene. Still our purpose is not solved. We want bromine also in it. Now what to do? Whatever is obtained now, this alkene, you will treat this alkene with bromine now. Now whenever alkenes are to be treated with bromine, it is in the presence of CCl4 to polarize it. Yes? So what you will get here? CH2, CH2, Br and Br. That means the Brs will add on to both the carbon atoms. So one Br here, one Br here. We are now nearing to it. We want to remove one H and one Br now again so as to get bromoethene. So what we will do now in the last step, CH2, CH2, Br, Br. This is again made to react with alcoholic KOH. So this alcoholic KOH will remove halogen and hydrogen from here. Not both from the same, from the adjacent carbon atoms. So one hydrogen is removed from here, halogen from here, hydrogen from here. So this hydrogen will be there, Br will be there. This is now CH2 because two adjacent ones have lost something. There will be a double bond, and this is what we were looking for. This is what we were looking for, bromoethene. Okay, so this is one conversion we have done. Ethanol to but1, but1ine, yeah, simply butane, it is one and the same thing. Yeah, ethane to bromoethene. Clear till here? Yeah, moving on to the next conversion. It says propene to 1 nitropropane. Propene to 1 nitropropane. Now one thing, whenever we add on something to alkene and you get at one position, that means we have to go for anti-Markovnikov's rule. So what you will do? You will take this propene, and this propene you will first react with HBr in the presence of peroxide, because we want the Br at one position so that can be replaced with NO2 later. So in the presence of peroxide, when you carry out the reaction, you will have here CH3, CH2 now, CH2 here, and the Br will be added on here. Normally Markovnikov's Br goes here, anti-Markovnikov Br will be on the carbon having more number of hydrogen atoms. Now that product which is obtained will be this is to Br. This is now treated with AgNO2, alcoholic AgNO2. So whenever we use AgNO2, you will get a nitro product. If you use KNO2, you get nitrite. So only thing is now this Br will go and NO2 will be acting as a nucleophile and will replace that Br. So what you are getting is this. Suppose in the same question they wanted at 2 position, then you will first carry out Markovnikov's addition and then treat it with AgNO2. Right? So the next one, the fourth question, toluene to benzyl alcohol. Toluene to benzyl alcohol. Toluene. This is toluene, and what are we preparing? We want to convert this into benzyl alcohol. Now what is benzyl alcohol? CH2OH. Now you just have a look. We want to do something to this methyl so that you get here OH. This is our basic conversion. Okay. Now you will not just write an arrow like this. Actually this is occurring in step. I just wrote the formula for both. So what you will do? This toluene, first you will react with chlorine in the presence of sunlight, because in the presence of sunlight if you treat with halogen, it will carry out side chain halogenation. So side chain halogenation means you will have here CH2Cl. It's not an issue. Instead of writing CH3 on the top, I wrote this side just for the space management. That's it. Okay, so what you got is benzyl chloride. This is benzyl and then chloride. Now we want to prepare this. So you can prepare it very easily now. You can just treat with aqueous KOH. Aqueous KOH, what will it do? It will just remove this KCl. This was our main conversion. This was our main conversion. toluene we wanted to convert to benzyl alcohol. So what we have done? Toluene, first we have treated with chlorine in the presence of sunlight. Then you got benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride, then you are treating with aqueous KOH. This KCl will come out. You can write here minus KCl. What you are left over with? Benzyl alcohol. Yeah, moving on to the next conversion now. Propene to propyne. Okay, propene double, we want to make it as triple. So first what we do? We will make this react with bromine in the presence of CCl4. Always with CCl4. If it is alkane, sunlight. So bromine will add on here. So you will get vicinal dihalide. Double bond will become single bond here. So you will get bromine here and bromine here. That means vicinal dihalide is obtained. We can give IUPAC name, no issues. 1,2-dibromopropane. Now we want to prepare propyne. Means from here, this CH3, CH, CH2, you have here Br and Br. What you want is, you want to prepare propyne from here. Means in a way, you want to remove here this halogens and one hydrogen from here, one hydrogen. Means basically we are removing halogen and hydrogen, halogen and hydrogen. So what comes to our mind if we are talking about this thing, dehydrohalogenation? Alcoholic KOH, but we do not prefer alcoholic KOH here because that is comparatively the it will give less product. The yield will be low if we are using that. So we need to use comparatively a stronger base. So what base we use here? We use NaNH2 in the presence of liquid ammonia. Okay, so when you heat it in the presence of NaNO2 and liquid ammonia, then what will happen? 2 HBRs will be removed. 1 Br, 1 H here, 1 Br and 1 H. That is what we were looking for. We wanted to prepare propyne and this is what it is. Okay, so we got propyne. Right? Moving on to the sixth conversion now. We want to prepare ethyl fluoride from ethanol. In the preparations we have done that fluorides cannot be prepared very easily from haloalkanes or from alcohols, etc. So what you do? First, this alcohol you will react with thionyl chloride. That is the easiest thing. Okay, pyridine, sorry. This is in the presence of pyridine. Pyridine that is required. So this will be replaced by Cl. So what you will have is chloroethane. Now it's very easy. Halogen exchange can be carried out. We can just make it react with AgF, Hg2F2 and whatever and carry out the reaction. So this Ag and Cl will come out and what we are left over with is, fluoride. What is this reaction? Schwarz reaction. So we have carried out Schwarz reaction. Schwarz reaction say you can prepare fluorides. So it is easy. First you prepare chloride and then chloride can be easily converted into fluoride. Please pause in between and note down the conversions and practice the conversions on your own because that only will give you confidence. Okay. Next one. Bromomethane to acetone or bromomethane to propanone. Either way, it's a very, very nice conversion. So what you do is first, this bromomethane, you will make it react with sodium acetylide. This is sodium acetylide. So when you make it react with sodium acetylide, this Na and Br will come out. What are you left over with? You are left over with this CH3, C, triple bond, CH. That means propyne is obtained. Now from propyne we want to prepare acetone. So what you will do? You will simply add on water in the acid medium. When you add on water in the acid medium, you will adding up, you are keeping in mind Markovnikov's rule. So H here and OH here will be added on. So what you will get here is CH3, C, OH, now double bond because one one here group, another group has added on here, so triple will change to double, and this is now CH2. Now in this there is tautomerism, enol isomerism. So this H will shift this side towards this carbon atom, and the double bond will shift here. So what are you left over with? Acetone. CH3. This is now C double bond O. This is now a single bond, and CH3. This is what we were looking for. Acetone. Acetone is obtained. Clear? The next conversion is but 1-ene to but 2-ene. That means you want to shift the position of the double bond from 1 to 2. You add on HBr first, CH3, CH2. When you add on this triple bond, okay, let me write down first, butene only. To this, when you add HBr, how will it add on? Markovnikov's rule, H here, Br here. So you will get here CH3, CH2. This will be CH, Br, and this is CH3. Yeah, first Markovnikov's addition. This is Markovnikov's addition of HBr. So we have added as per Markovnikov's rule. Now the product which you have got here, we will remove HBr again now. How do we remove HBr? We remove HBr in the presence of alcoholic KOH. It's a good dehydrohalogenating agent. Now when you carry out the reaction with this is the carbon containing halogen. This is the alpha carbon. This side is beta. This side is also beta. Which beta will prefer losing hydrogen? This one. As per hyperconjugation, more stable alkene is obtained. So this side beta will lose hydrogen, and so what you get is this is gone H, this is H, and CH3. That means we got but 2-ene. Got it? So please take the screenshot and make the notes. Yeah, moving on to the next conversion. It says chlorobutane. 1 chlorobutane to N-octane. That means we are simply doubling the number of the carbon atoms. It is very, very simple. So you will take this CH2. I think you must have got the answer by now. You will take 2 molecules of this. In the presence of sodium, you will carry out the reaction in the presence of sodium and dry ether. What is the name of the reaction? Wurtz reaction. This is Wurtz reaction. You are doubling the number of the carbon atoms. So what you will get is N-octane. N-octane means straight chain. 8 carbon atoms, present in a straight chain. That is the product you are getting. Okay. The 10th conversion is benzene to biphenyl. This is benzene, and what we want to prepare is biphenyl. Biphenyl means 2 benzene rings are held together like this. 2 benzene rings are held together. Biphenyl you are getting. Again, I think you must have got the answer now by now. I can write down in the same thing only. You can just make it react with bromine in the presence of FeBr2, Lewis acid, FeBr3, Lewis acid. You can get here benzene, right? Bromobenzene, now it is very, very simple. You have to carry out Fittig reaction. This is in the presence of sodium, dry ether. So this Na, and you have to take 2 molecules of it, of course. So what you'll get is biphenyl. Actually, I wrote in just in one go. This is our main conversion. Benzene we want to prepare biphenyl. This is biphenyl. First, this benzene, you will make it react with halogen in the presence of Lewis acid to get bromobenzene, and then you carry out Fittig reaction. Aryl halides. When with aryl halides you carry out the reaction, it is called as the Fittig reaction. Okay. Yeah, moving on to the next conversion. Propene to propane 1-ol. One position we want. I already told you, when we want at one position what to do. This propene, first you will treat with HBr in the presence of peroxide. Whenever we need something at one position, you will always treat with HBr in the presence of peroxide. So you will have here CH3, this H2, it will become H2 and Br, one position Br you will get. Now only this Br we want to replace with OH. That's it. Now this we will treat with aqueous KOH. So what will this aqueous KOH do? This K and Br will go away, and instead of Br you will get OH. That is what we were looking for, propene to propane 1-ol. This was our main conversion, and we have carried out in 2 steps. 1, propene we have converted to 1-bromopropane, then we have treated with aqueous KOH. The next one, 1-bromopropane to 2-bromo. We want to shift from 1 to 2 position. So what we will do, first you carry out the reaction with alcoholic KOH, remove H and Br. I just wrote a carbon skeleton. I think hydrogens you can add on. So you will have here double bond, propene you will get. Now to this propene you have to simply add HBr. Simply add HBr, because now we want Br at 2 position. That means it is Markovnikov's addition. This is Markovnikov's reaction. So this was our main conversion. Yes, so this is our main conversion, 1 to 2 bromo. So first remove HBr, then add on HBr. Yeah, moving on to the next conversion, benzene to 4-bromo nitrobenzene. That means we want bromine and nitro at para position, 1 and 4 position. So in this, which group to be introduced first, bromine or nitro? We will introduce that group first, which is para-directing. Out of the 2, bromine is para-directing. So first, bromine will be introduced in the benzene ring. That benzene you will first treat with bromine in the presence of a Lewis acid. That means you are carrying out electrophilic substitution reaction. You will get bromine first in the group. Then this will be treated with the nitration mixture. That is concentrated HNO3, H2SO4. So then you will have the nitro group introduced in the ring. That means the 2 groups will now be at para position with respect to each other. Got it? The next one, very, very important. Benzyl alcohol, we are converting into 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. It's a very important conversion, children, from both point of view also. So first, you see here we want to increase 1 carbon atom. So first what we will do is we will treat it with thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine. So instead of that OH, what you will have is Cl. Cl is introduced. Now we need to increase 1 carbon atom. To increase the carbon atom, we will make it react with KCN, alcoholic KCN. So that instead of Cl, now you will have Cn. Instead of Cl, now you will have Cn. So you will have CH2Cn. And Cn ka complete hydrolysis can be done. In the presence of acid medium, it is to be hydrolyzed. So Cn completely gets hydrolyzed in the presence of acid, and what you get is COOH, carboxylic acid group. So whenever Cn is to be converted to COOH, we will carry out complete hydrolysis. So this was our main conversion, benzyl alcohol to 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. What are the steps, children? First, you will react with the thionyl chloride. OH will be replaced by Cl. Now instead of the Cl, we will be putting Cn, make it react with KCN, then complete hydrolysis. Yeah, the next conversion, ethyl alcohol to propane nitrile. We want to increase carbon atom. So first, you can treat it with thionyl chloride. Whenever we want to increase carbon, first you introduce Cl here in the presence of pyridine. So you will have 2 carbon ka chloride. Now it is very simple. You can just treat with KCN alcoholic. Children, I am writing carbon skeleton, but whenever you are writing in the exam, you will be completing the valency. That is not a big deal. The next one, it is 2-chlorobutane to 3,4-dimethyl hexane. Basically, it is nothing much. Way of writing is different. Okay, so basically, if you write down one more such 2-chloro like this and treat it with sodium, 2 sodiums in the presence of dry ether, it is the same product, children, what we are getting. You can just have a look. This Na and Cl will come out. So what are we left with? These 2 carbons will just get added on. So only thing is, what are we carrying out? Nothing. Woods reaction. Got it? It's simplest of all. Next one. We want to increase carbon atom. Here 2, here 3. Plus we want acid. What did I say? How to increase carbon atom? React with KCN. When you react with KCN, instead of Cl, you will have Cn. And whenever Cn is to be converted to COOH, what you do? Carry out hydrolysis in the acid medium. Water and H plus you will write. So what I am writing here, that is our major conversion. That is our main conversion. What are we asked to do? This is what are we asked to do. I've just written the steps down. So this is our main requirement. Now what are we going to do with this? That I'm writing down. Now we want this Cl to be removed and we want OH to be put. Right? So first what we can do is we can remove this Cl. But mind it, we want now at one position. Means we have to bother something about anti-Markovnikov's rule. So first you will treat with alcoholic KOH, carry out dehydrohalogenation. You will get a double bond here. Alkene, propene you will get. After you get propene, now you add on HBr in the presence of peroxide. When you react with peroxide now, it will add on as per anti-Markovnikov's rule. Now it is very simple. You can treat with aqueous KOH, carry out nucleophilic substitution reaction. Did you follow this conversion? What we have done? First, you remove this. Actually, it was CH3, CH and CH3. I've reacted with alcoholic KOH, we got alkene. Alkene se then peroxide. Why peroxide? Why did I think of it? Because I wanted something at one position. Got it? Now you just think over it on your own. What is to be done? We want, instead of ClOH, and one nitro group also. Right? So first thing is I have to introduce nitro. Because para position I want something. Nitro, if I put it, I remove it and then put this, nitro will be meta directing. Okay, so first what I will do is I will react this with concentrated HNO3 H2SO4, that is nitration mixture. When I do this, I will get a nitro group at para position. Now we can remove this Cl and I can put this OH. How can I do it? Only in the presence of NaOH. Aqueous NaOH directly will not help. We have to heat it also. So around 433 Kelvin if you heat it, so this can be done. See, instead of Cl you will get OH. Haloarenes otherwise do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions easily. This is the last one, tertiary butyl bromide to isobutyl bromide. Right? So first you will treat this with alcoholic KOH. When you treat it with alcoholic KOH, one Br and one H will go. So what we will be left over with? CH3, C, CH3, double bond and CH2. Something similar we are getting now. We want now Br attached on this carbon-carbon double bond. But we want Br at the terminal side. That means the Br, HBr has to be added in the presence of peroxide. That's it. It was very simple. This is alcoholic KOH. When you are treating, you will get this product. Now I want Br here. I want Br to be added here and I want H this side. So it has to be anti-Markovnikov's addition of HBr. Got it? So please practice all the conversions nicely now for more confidence. Okay, and share the video with your friends so that everyone is getting benefited. Thank you for watching.